You told our colleague Caitlin Collins yesterday that Trump should focus on the future and the issues in tonight's debate. Do you think Trump can stick to that script?
I think he can. I mean, he has a great ability to contrast with the president's message and make the case to the American people that they can't afford 4 more years of Joe Biden. And that's what I'm hearing from people every day, Wolf. When they go to the grocery store, they're mad. When they're going to the gas station, they're mad. They're mad when they're seeing stories of, terrorists coming across the southern border and a lot of people that are here illegally and the crime that comes along with that and just the tragic things that have happened. And so, I think there's a clear contrast. He's got to stay focused on making that and stay focused on the future and telling people, why it's going to be better for you the next 4 years under my leadership versus the current administration.
You also revealed in that interview with Caitlin that you did not vote for Trump in your state's Republican primary. Listen to how your former lieutenant governor, Jeff Duncan, reacted to that. Listen to this.
Brian Kemp has earned the right to do whatever he wants when he walks in that ballot box. He's been a great governor. He's certainly led this state through a bunch of difficult times, and he's used conservative principles to do it. But I think it speaks to the broader sense of Republicans that they just have this angst amongst them. We know in our gut that Donald Trump is not the right person.
So how much did that broader angst in the Republican Party about Trump impact your choice not to vote for him in the Republican primary?
Yeah, well, I'm not too worried about angst or things that happened in the past. Look, the primary was over when it got here. He was the presumptive nominee at the time, and I'm looking forward, and I know he is too. I mean, look, there's a lot of Republicans that have voted for a lot of different people over this process, but all that doesn't matter right now, Wolf. What matters is that, we're focused on the future. I've said all along when the primary started, when there was a lot of great Republicans running for president, that I was going to support the nominee. That's what we're doing today. We're focused on our ground game here in the state, making sure that we're holding our legislative majorities. I had a fundraiser this week for former Governor Larry Hogan from Maryland, hoping he can win a Senate seat and get control of the Senate back. We're helping, Speaker Johnson hold the House, and we want to control the White House. And, I'm on board doing that. So that's why I'm staying focused on the future. And that's really been my advice to former President Trump, too, to stay focused on the future. Tell people why they should vote for us and why the Republican agenda will be better for you over the next 4 years than the Biden agenda has been.
We're told, Governor, that President Biden is going to paint Trump as a threat to democracy tonight and January 6th as a seismic watershed for American voters. How should Trump handle that?
Well, I think he should just turn that back on President Biden, not get distracted by those type accusations, not get bogged down in the politicization that you've seen of the justice system from the other side and from the Democrats, and really stay focused on what the people that are undecided in this race, the people that, he did not get in the last election, that he needs to get in this one to be able to beat Joe Biden. And it is a pocketbook election. A lot of people that voted for Joe Biden last time, they're worse off now than they were 4 years ago. And former President Trump has a great opportunity to bring those folks back in the fold if he's talking about issues, as he's comparing records and speaking about the future. And I believe he's going to focus on that tonight. If he does, he's going to have a really good night. If he doesn't and gets bogged down on the things that the president's trying to push him into, he's not going to have a good night.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp, thanks so much for joining us, and thanks for the hospitality here in Georgia.